Hey, how's it going, everybody? Today I'm going to be making a video about rates and what to kind of look out for and study. This is going to be a really basic, you hardly need any math skills, just high school math really to know what I'm talking about. The reason I'm posting this is there is a lot of misinformation on a lot of social media websites, and I see a lot of people saying that there's more white people killed by cops than there are black people. They're saying it in a kind of a bad way, white people are killed more by police. There's more white people killed by police officers than there are black people. But what you got to look at is those populations. This is for the year 2017. I have the sources down here. I'll copy and paste them in the description link. While there are more white people that are killed by police officers, that population is quite a bit bigger than this one, though. So let's kind of do some numbers and compare some rates and see at what rate, based on the population, each white and black people are being killed by cops. Okay? See what the math tells us. So, in order to do that, we'll first start by forming ratios for the populations. So, we'll name this the percentage of white people that are killed by cops, right? And in order to do that, we're going to take the number of white people killed by cops divided by its population, and that's going to be about so it is 457 over 34 million, 1.95 times 10 to the negative 6. And if you're not familiar with this is scientific notation. It's just saying that there's quite a few zeros in front of that. So now we'll study the percentage of black people killed by cops. And that's the number of black people killed by cops divided by the black population in the US. And this is going to be 223 over 41 million. It's 5.44 times 10 to the negative 6. Okay, so now we have both of our rates. This one is higher, right? You just take off this 10 to the negative. I mean, it's higher, trust me. You can check in your calculator if you'd like, but so the way we see, let me try and explain some basic algebra, right? Just in order to kind of visualize this, because I know that these numbers look maybe a little intimidating to you. So let's do this. I'm going to set up a simple math equation for you. 6x equals 12. So most people know that in order to solve this, you would divide both sides by 6, and you get x equals 2. So what can we kind of take from that in the sense that the way math works, right? So what we can take from it is that if x is going to be greater than 1, that means that the 6 is going to be scaled up to be able to equal 12, right? 6 times 2, that means you have to scale up 6 twice. 6 has to get bigger in order for this for this equation to work out. So let's try it the other way, right? Let's try 6x equals 3. Well, here we divide both sides. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Divide by 6 on both sides. X equals 2. Just to show that. Now here we have to divide both sides by 6 again, right? And then we get x equals 3 over 6, which is the same thing as x equals 1/2, right? So here, we are scaling down 6 because 3 is smaller than 6. Okay, so keep that in mind, and we're going to be doing this exact same thing with the white percentage of people killed by cops and the black percentage of people killed by cops. So what we have is we take the white percentage of people. We take the white percentage of people that are killed by cops And we're trying to see what factor we have to multiply it by in order for it to equal the number of black people that are killed by cops, right? We don't know yet, right? Well, at least from this equation we don't. We do, but not in this equation we don't. So if it is greater than 1, then that means that this number has to be scaled up to equal this number, just like in this case. You see how 6 is less than 12? If x is greater than 1, that means that this is a bigger number. If x is less than 1, that means that this is a bigger number, right? So now let's just divide both sides by this to get x. So this is what we're going to be plugging into our calculator, and we're going to see what x equals. So 5.44 times 10 to the negative 6 divided by 1.95 times 10 to the negative 6. It's going to be 2.79. So what that means is that almost 3 times as many black people are being killed by police officers than white people. So that means that if there was a USA 2, because of the way like 2020 is going right now, like anything's up in the air. So USA 2, right? And then we have a population of equal 50 million white people and 50 million black people. This thing's going out. So both white people and black people are the exact same number as white people as there are black people in this new USA number 2, right? So that means that if 100 white people were killed by cops, then 279 black people were killed by cops. And that's not good. That's disturbing that it's like that right now. So I hope this kind of opened up your eyes if you thought the other way. It's never bad to change your opinion if you, upon like learning new information. I hope you're comfortable with that. I have done it. I've thought something and learned something new and was like, oh, I was wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's very important to not be stubborn and stuck in your ways, because that's how nothing gets done, and that's how we wind up in situations like we are right now. It's by stubborn people not owning up to their stuff. So I hope I changed your perspective with this video, and I promise I won't do many of these. I'll go back to differential equations, but I just felt like I needed to explain rates. So thank you for watching.